If you're dealing with back pain or injury and you're looking to get back to the heavy lifting that you love, then chances are you're looking for ways to strengthen your back and rebuild your confidence in it. And if you're like pretty much all of the lifters that we've worked with, then you either think or have been told that you need to do things like bodyweight planks, bird dogs, and dead bugs to strengthen your back, build up your core stability, and bulletproof your spine. And the truth is that all these drills and exercises are totally fine drills to use, and they have their time and place in a rehab plan. But if you want to actually get back to heavy barbell training, then you're going to progress past the point where they're helpful pretty quickly, and you need to advance to more aggressive exercises. We've worked with so many lifters who just gave up the lifts that were causing their back pain, did a ton of bodyweight planks, bird dogs, dead bugs, and other low-level core stability drills for weeks, months, or even years until their pain went away, and then they thought they were good to get back to training, and when they picked up the barbell again, their pain just typically came right back because they never actually built up the strength in their lower backs and its ability to handle the type of training that they want to be doing. Training your lower back is no different than training any other lift or any other area of your body part. You need to start with exercises, volumes, and intensities that are appropriate for you, and then progress those over time so that you can keep making the progress that you're looking for and actually reach your goals. So in today's video, I'm going to cover the 2 favorite exercises that I use with all my clients with back pain and how we actually program and progress them so that they can improve the strength in their backs, build up their confidence again, and actually safely get back to the heavy lifting that they love doing. My 2 favorite exercises for lifters to actually directly train their lower backs and build up the strength in them are GHD back extensions and 45-degree back extensions. The reason why I love these exercises so much is that they are very, very scalable and progressible, so you can match them very easily with your current capabilities, and they are a great way to actually isolate the lower back and make sure that you're training it effectively. Before we actually get into how to program and progress them, it's really important to note the proper setup for these exercises to ensure that you're actually training your lower back as effectively as possible. Unlike the typical way that you've probably utilized these machines before, you actually want to set up the pads that's at your lower abdomen so that when you're actually moving through the exercise, you're flexing and extending your spine instead of just moving your hips. Setting up these exercises with the pad a bit lower so that you're actually moving from your hip joint is a totally fine way to do the exercise and is a great way to actually build up the strength and capacity of your hamstrings and glutes. And while your lower back will be for sure working during this variation, it's not going to be the primary mover of the exercise, which is what we actually want if you're trying to target and strengthen your lower back. So by setting the pad higher, it forces you to have that axis of rotation around your spine and actually make the muscles that support and move your spine be the primary movers of the movement. Now, when discussing training the lower back, especially if you've been dealing with back pain or back injury and are trying to get back to lifting, it's really important how you program and progress the exercises. You want to make sure that you're training the back sufficiently hard enough to make the progress that you're looking for, but without overdoing things and just aggravating your back pain even more and flaring things up, or underdoing things and just kind of be spinning your wheels with training that's too easy for you. So I'm going to cover the exact progression that I use with a ton of my own clients. For many lifters, especially if they've never really isolated the lower back training before, or if they're coming off a more new or more severe injury or case of pain, I'll often start my clients with isometric holds for this exercise. This is a great way to start directly stressing and improving the strength of the lower back, but in a way that usually doesn't flare anything up. I'll typically have my clients start with just bodyweight holds for shorter durations, like 10 or 20 seconds. And then as they build up the strength and capacity and endurance of the lower backs, we'll increase the duration of the holds up to 30 to 45 seconds, again, with just their body weight to start. Once they can handle 30 to 45 second isometric holds with just their body weight on either the GHD or the 45-degree extension, then we'll actually add some external loading to increase the challenge and bring the duration of the isometric hold back down to match the capabilities that they have at that time. We'll keep on incrementally increasing the duration of the holds up to 30 to 45 seconds with whatever load they're using, and then go back down to short duration holds with heavier loads. This is a great way to slowly and progressively increase the stress and strength of the lower back. Once they can handle fairly moderate to heavy loading for 30 to 45 seconds without any symptoms, and more importantly, they're feeling confident in their backs, we'll actually start to have them move and perform dynamic reps of the GHD or the 45-degree back extension. Again, because many of my clients haven't directly trained their back, and certainly not in a way that they're moving their spine against resistance, I'll usually start them with slower tempo bodyweight back extensions. I'll have most of my clients start with either a 202 or a 303 tempo and just doing 6 to 8 reps with only their body weight for 2 to 3 sets to begin with. As they do this for a little while and they develop more strength and endurance and confidence in the backs, will slowly increase the number of reps that they're doing with their body weight and at this tempo, up until the point that they can typically do about 12 to 15 reps of a 202, 303 tempo with just their body weight without really any symptoms. Once they can hit that 12 to 15 rep range with this tempo and their body weight, then we'll start just like we did with the isometrics, and we'll add a little bit of external loading through either a dumbbell, a kettlebell, or a band, and we'll drop back down to 6 to 8 reps, typically with a slightly faster tempo, like a 4 or 5 second eccentric. Speeding up the tempo like this, so going from a 303 or 202 to just a 4 or 5 second eccentric with a regular speed concentric, will allow them to handle heavier loading with any given rep range. And then just like with the isometric holds and the tempo work, we'll slowly increase the weight that they're holding or the resistance of the band that they're using, while also increasing the reps per set in a stepwise fashion. So we'll stick with a given resistance or load, increase the reps slowly over time until it's fairly easy to hit that 12 to 15 mark, and then we'll increase the resistance or the load again and start back down at a lower rep range. Once we've done this for a little while and my clients have developed a good base of lower back strength and endurance and confidence in their backs, then we'll treat it like any other exercise and program it accordingly. So we'll usually do 2 to 4 sets of this exercise at whatever rep range makes sense for their training. So if I'm dealing with a powerlifter or an Olympic weightlifter who has fewer rep sets, much higher intensity on a per set basis, then we'll usually program them for lower reps, higher intensities, and make it match the demands of their training. On the other hand, if I'm programming for a CrossFit athlete who has a mix of lower rep demands and higher rep demands in their training, I'll usually program it both ways in the program so that we can develop that capacity and tolerance for all of their types of training. And once we've trained these movements for a while and my clients are feeling really confident and comfortable with them, then I do also have a lot of my clients progress to things like loaded Jefferson curls. I really like Jefferson curls because you can take the spine through a much larger range of motion, it has a bigger kind of confidence factor to it, and they're really easily to load up pretty heavy and continue to get adaptations over time, whereas GHD back extensions and 45-degree back extensions can sometimes be a little cumbersome to continue to load effectively and progress that loading over time. There are many different ways that you can load and train the Jefferson curl. You can use heavier kettlebells or dumbbells. You can hold a barbell out straight. You can stand on plates to increase the range of motion, or you can even do Zercher Jefferson curl variations. The important thing to truly build up the strength and confidence in your lower back is that you treat it like any other area of your body or lift that you would train, and you train it and stress it appropriately in a way that makes sense for you and your goals and your injury, but then it progresses over time to actually continue to give you the benefits and adaptations that you're looking for. This is what will actually lead you to have a really strong lower back that you can be confident in. You don't have to constantly worry every time you step under a heavy squat or try to pull a heavy deadlift or clean from the floor, and you actually know that it can tolerate the demands of the training that you want to get back to doing. If you're looking for one-on-one help overcoming your own case of back pain and getting back to the training that you love, then click the link below and request a free phone consultation with me and my team, and we'll see if we can help you out.